Hello students, welcome to the class. I am Yogita. Our subject is psychology for nurses, and today we are going to learn about attention. Now, we are living in this environment and we are in contact with this environment through our sense organs. Now, name our sense organ. Yes, correct. Eyes. Rest 4. Very good. Now, we are getting a n number of stimulus from environment, and our sense organs are requesting us to pay our attention towards that stimulus. Now, consciously we are moving our interest to particular object, a particular situation, then that is called attention. We are forcefully shifting our mind to certain things. We are making ourselves sure that we are concentrating on that particular point. That is what called attention. Attention is a selective conscious, selective consciously we are doing something. We are listening to that. We are performing. We are involved in certain activities. This is called attention. Now, attention is defined as it's the act of consciously listening. You are doing something. It's a level of conscious on a particular item rather than other things. Okay. Now, see. For example, now you're watching a movie. So just like that, you don't watch that movie, right? You are making a lot of all your sense organs consciously are watching that movie, and you are giving your 100%, your attention, your interest, everything towards that movie. This is what called you're paying an attention. Now, after the movie, you are able to recall that story. You can share the story with others because you paid your attention there. Yes. Now, we can see types of attention, classification. Mainly three type of attention: voluntary attention, involuntary attention, habitual attention. Voluntary attention, that means with some purpose, with some reason, you are making yourself paying attention towards that objective or goal. For example, now you're listening to a lecture, you're reading a novel, you're watching a film, you're listening any stories, yeah, musical concert. See, it's a voluntary, with your own interest you are paying an attention. You are working hard to fix your attention span towards that particular goal. Involuntary attention, that means you don't have any intention or desire to pay your attention, but automatically that will catch your attention. Your sense organs will automatically shift to that side. For example, now you heard a loud noise. Now someone is calling me. Immediately I look to that side. See, it's not my paid attention, but immediately I will turn. Loud noise, a very bad smell, a lightning, heavy objects. See, automatically maybe you're, for example, now you went to a market, and somewhere you got a sound like people are crowded and someone is selling something, and it's not clear to you. The way he is telling that, it is so rhythmatic that caught your attention. You went to there. After reaching that point, you understood that he is selling the bed sheet, which is not no use of you. You don't want to buy any bed sheet, but you see the way he was giving an announcement, the way he was calling the people was so attractive, and that caught your mind. See, involuntary attention you paid. Next is habitual attention. That means it's become a habit of doing that thing, and that's why you're paying an attention. Now, for example, okay, you are watching movie, you're reading book, whatever. Tanta, you got a SMS, immediately you will take your mobile and you'll check. See, it's become a habit for you. You are once in a while or keep on you're checking your mobile. Or else, for a doctor who is a very good, a sincere doctor, it may become a habit for him to pick the call even in his midnight. Even he is in a deep sleep, he will wake up and he'll pick the call. See, it become a habit. Habitually, he is paying attention to that. This is called a main three types of attention: voluntary, involuntary, habitual. Next, factors or source of attention. Now, mainly we can divide it into two types: external factor and internal factor. Now external factors are which is outside your body which make you to pay the attention. Nature of an object, size of an object, color, intensity of a stimuli, location, and one minute, what else, yeah, repetition, movement, change, isolation, novelty, a systematic organization, and duration. So these all are the factor which bring disturbance in your attention. Now for example, you see the nature of stimuli, from where you got the stimulus and how you got that stimulus, that will catch your attention. You may be sitting and reading, all of a sudden you heard one crying, tiny sound, a baby is crying. So immediately that cry caught your attention, so you are looking towards that, you're searching from where the baby is crying. See, it's a nature of that attention. Then intensity of that stimulus. If a bigger intensity, a bigger level of attention is paid. A weaker intensity, weaker level of attention is paid to that. Size of an object. If you see a very big size, a huge size, definitely you will look to that side. Your look goes to that side, that catch your attention. For example, you saw a big advertisement paper or page or any flags where a beautiful woman, a handsome boy picture, handsome man's picture, so automatically that will catch your attention. And location, where that is placed, where the stimulus is placed, that will catch your attention. If you see a newspaper, a front page, front headlines, or else a big picture advertisement which is given in the front page, that will catch your attention. Movements, any movement which made that may catch your attention. Maybe a bird is flying, or else aeroplane which is flying above the sky, that will catch your attention. Then location, a change in something, that may catch your attention. For example, you went to meet your principal. In principal cabin there was a clock, always that clock is working and that clock never caught your attention, but today that clock is stuck, it's not working, it stuck around 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock, automatically that will catch your attention. See, this is any changes in the environment or any object, anything that will catch our attention. Next is repetition. Now anything which happen repeatedly, that may catch your attention. For example, you think that you're sitting in your room and you're reading, someone is knocking the door, you didn't pay the attention because there are many members in your room, many members in your home to go and open the door, but repeatedly tuck 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 tuck, someone is knocking, then that will catch your attention. Now repetition of that act, that will make you to go and open the door and see who is knocking. See, these all are the external factor which makes you to pay the attention. Next, certain internal factors which stimulate your attention, like your interest, organic state, motives, aim, habit, social suggestions, experience, and emotional state. These all factors will disturb your attention. Now your interest, if you are interested particularly with some things, then that make you to arouse your interest. For example, you are interested to read story books which is adventurous in nature, so you will go to the library and you will pick such books only. See, based on your interest, you're paying attention to such books and you get those books and you read. Your organic state, your body state sometimes make you to pay the attention. For example, if you're hungry, you don't think of sleep, you're watching movie. Your attention is goes to your food, your water. If you're tired, your attention goes to, your motive goes to rest, sleep. If you're thirsty, your motive goes to the water or any kind of drink. Okay. Then habit. Sometimes it become a habit to you, and that because of that continuous habit you are paying an attention. Now for example, maybe attending a phone call, though you're busy with any procedure, you may attend the phone call and speak with your patients. It's become a habit to you. With the patients you speak to them, it's become your habit, so you are paying an attention. Aim. You're having certain aim to fulfill your goal. You wanted to do that. You are having a great desire to fulfill your achievements, fulfill your dreams. Then you're paying attention. For example, you're writing an exam. You want to secure a first grade. Then you are paying attention and you're working and you're reaching your goal, reaching your aim. So that make you to pay your attention. Then your experience, see what experience you had before, that will help you to get an or that will help you to pay an attention. For example, now a baby who is looking at the apple for very first time, baby may be very curious. Baby didn't had a previous experience of watching that apple, which is very red in color, round in shape. Baby may think for the first time, a child may think for the first time it's a ball, but you can eat that. See, your experience will help you to pay attention towards this apple. See, these all are the internal factors which help you to pay your attention. Now, when you pay your attention, there will be a duration of attention what you're paying, the duration of your attention. Now, this duration of attention can be shifted, can be classified into three types. That is, one minute, let me check. It was sustained attention, shifting attention, and division of attention. Now, sustained attention means individual is trying to practice or focus his attention on one object, one particular thing for certain duration. Maybe, for example, now you're listening to a lecture. You are sustaining your interest, your attention for another 40 to 45 minutes to listen to the lecture. Next is shifting attention. Now here, one individual cannot pay his attention for a longer duration on a same object or idea. What happens gradually when he get tired or boredom, automatically his focus will shift to the another object. This is called shifting of an attention. So he will try to focus on other aspect. A third one is division of attention. Now here a psychologist said that individual cannot pay their attention like more than one item. You think that if you're doing 2-3 work at a time, you cannot divide your work like that. You cannot do that. They say that you can do one work, then shift your work to work B, then shift your attention to work C. See, this is the way you're shifting your attention, you're dividing attention, but at a time, you cannot do all the work simultaneously. So, this is based on duration of your attention. You can make three types. One is sustaining attention, shifting of attention, and division of attention. Now, definitely, when we pay your attention, lot of matters may disturb you. Distraction of your attention might get disturbed. You might fail to pay your attention. You may fail to continue your focus. So, now, let us discuss about distraction of attention. Here, let us first see the sources of distraction. What are the main sources of distraction? From where you will get a distraction? Here mainly two types, external factor and internal factor. Now, external factor is outside of your body, some nature, some factors which is disturbing your attention. Maybe like a physical environment, high temperature, heavy rain, very cold, decreased environmental temperature, heavy noise, a big loud irritation, very bad smell. See, environment factors will disturb your attention. Now, internal factors like factors which within your body that disturbs you, like you're under influence of strong emotions, you're very sad, you're in anger, then you are having some physical illness, you are having some mental illness, emotionally you are not stable, you are feeling some kind of uneasiness in your body, you are having some headache, lack of motivation, disturbance. See, these all factors will disturb your attention. So now sources of distractions are mainly two types, external and internal factors. Then what are the types of distraction? Now, depending on this, we can categorize in two ways, continuous distraction and discontinued distraction. Now, what do you mean by continuous distraction? The word itself will understand individual continuously getting a same distraction for a long duration, a same distraction is getting, so that is disturbing you. Maybe a very bad smell you are experiencing in this room. I'm experiencing very bad smell in this car. That means I am getting disturbed continuously, a same smell, or continuously a same loud noise, or continuously someone is keep on calling you, or calling your name and distracting you. So you are irritated because of that. You are not able to pay the attention. Second one is discontinuous distraction. That means irregular, you're hearing something irregular, you're hearing some cry of a baby, or else you're hearing somebody is calling you. In between, it's not a continuous, in between some distraction, some loud noise you can hear in between. In between you feel it's very hot in your room, your room temperature is increasing in between. See, that will make you to distract your attention. So this is all about your topic called attention, where you have to write about attention. Attention is nothing but that consciously you are paying your interest towards particular object or one item. Then a type of attention is voluntary, involuntary, habitual attention. And the way you pay your attention, your duration of attention is sustained attention, shifting attention, division of attention. Then the factors involved in attention, external and internal factors. Next is source of distractions, external and internal source of distraction, and type of distraction is continuous and discontinuous distractions. I hope you understood. Please keep watching as well as keep reading. You may expect this question for 2 marks or 5 marks. Then you have to write all these answers based on the question what they ask, like define attention, list the sources of distractions. You have to, based on that, you write your answers. So now I say thank you to all. Please keep watching so that I'll meet you in the next class with a new topic. Until then, take care of yourself. Thank you all.